are here celebrating Praise is a Cure, reaching out to our community, motivating, educating, and empowering our women to get the education about breast cancer.
I went through the paper and I stumbled onto an article that talked about Anita Connor and her daughter Carrie and how both of them at different times had been diagnosed with breast cancer. And in fact, what they had then done, based on their journey, they decided to start a foundation that would be called Praise is the Cure. And lo and behold, 2 years later, here we are, right in having fun with the Praise is the Cure weekend.
Where are my sisters? Where are my sisters? Okay, everybody, my sisters, come on over, let's talk. I want to hear some of your experiences. I want to share with you mine and my mom's. See, we're all in here together, celebrating survivorship. Celebrating survivorship, my sisters. Do you know there's life after the C word? Right? So it wasn't by accident. Okay, it was probably by design. And he knew that you were going to make it through. So since you made it through, let's share so we can help somebody else make it through. One of the reasons I got involved with this is that I am the daughter of a breast cancer survivor. My mom had cancer back in 1968. I was still in high school. Nobody even mentioned the word breast cancer back then.
It was a big C, right?
It was a big C. That's right. And everybody figured if you had cancer, you were going to die. Okay? But back in the day, they didn't have like, you know, the mastectomies, you had one nice, neat line. They looked like they snatched her breast off. I mean, the scar tissue was horrendous. A lot of pain. She used, you know, after she had her surgery, she put socks in there, you know, because they didn't have prostheses. When she finally got the prostheses, they were heavy. They were just heavy. So the things we have nowadays, the resources are truly a blessing.
I just was frozen. And I left this office, I was standing waiting for the elevator, and I just cried. And I went home and I started typing up my obituary and leaving my son information where he could find everything. Because my mother, in May of '94, she heard she had cancer. She lasted less than 2 months. June 6th, she was gone. My sister had it. She had, they had lung cancer. But still, cancer to me is cancer. And I just knew I was going to die. And then, I don't know, I guess it was the Lord. He just scooped me up and said, I'm not ready for you yet. You got too much to do here. So I got the strength. I went online, I started researching. I did everything the doctors told me to do. I had all the tests, had the operation, had the chemo, the radiation. And 5 years later, I'm here to tell my story.
People around us, sometimes they don't understand the faith that we have and the strength that we have to carry on, and they get afraid for us.
All my hair came out. I was devastated.
And a woman, I don't need to tell y'all, you know, we're very caught up with the way we look. It's tied into our self-esteem and our self-confidence. So when we lose our hair and we become asymmetrical because they've taken a chunk of flesh or they've taken our breast, then it affects the way we feel about ourselves, unfortunately. But there are things nowadays that can help us to kind of restore that. It is our responsibility to teach young women as soon as they get breasts. As soon as they get breasts. It's okay to do the monthly self-exams. My daughter found a lump at the age of 14 because I taught her early. It ended up being enlarged lymph gland. Okay, so it was okay, but we tested it to make sure it was okay. But young girls should know what their breasts feel like. We are strong women. Okay, so taking this that you've gone through, talk to every young woman that you know. There is no reason why we should be getting the disease less often than our Caucasian sisters, but dying more frequently.
Yes.
What's up with that?
Yes.
What's up with that? It's up to us. God has blessed us with this gift, this vessel that we take care of. So if your spirit says, check it out, and somebody says, no, listen to your spirit.
God is above it all. He is the great healer, physician, and the miracle worker.
When I first got the news that I had breast cancer, and this is 19 years ago, I was afraid. I didn't have nobody to turn to. I was ashamed to tell somebody that I had breast cancer. I just was destroyed. And I'll never forget, a lady came to me and she sat down, she said, baby, she said, I'm gonna tell you something. Do you believe in God? And I said, I think so. You know, I mean, I was young. I said, I think so. And that's what really brought me through. If I didn't have God in my life, I don't know what I would have done.
And it's important that we have a support system of sisters, whether they've been through it or not. See, women are communal, you know. We like to be supportive of one another. So if you have a girlfriend who says, I felt something in my breast, but I'm afraid to go to the doctor, what would you say to her?
I would go with her to support her.
The third surgery was the day after Easter, and I was at Amoena Hospital. And I felt someone shaking my foot, and it was the prettiest angel you ever want to meet. I've seen 3 angels since this event, and he said, this is not unto death. And I went, okay, and I went back to sleep. And the fear of death left at that time.
God got me here for a purpose. And I've been through 3 times already, back to back, from breast cancer, ovarian cancer, to liver cancer. I just finished my last chemo Thursday. I'm completely done. About a blessing, I am a miracle as long as I stand here.
So congratulations to every single one of my sisters. You know, there's a special kinship we share now. You can get through this. You can get through anything.